If I sound dead tired, guys, I'm fucking still waking
Oh,
up.
we're back, baby. So,
Oh,
anyways, let me freaking
okay.
head over to my main channel. So,
All
for
right, let me.
anybody looking, this is Fan and Frenzy, where I've been streaming for about 3 months. My channel, bunk.
Oh, we're going to Phantom Frenzy.
No, I just wanted to show everybody where the hell I've been.
Okay.
No, I woke up way too early, and I may have gotten streaming.
I don't see the stream on your channel anywhere. I'm just seeing Hen Not the Brownie.
All right, let me take a look. Yeah, it says public.
Okay, maybe I'm just not being able to see it yet or some shit.
Oh no, it's up. I'm totally fucking looking at it. So, anyways, it'll probably pop up in a second. But um, here I'll just look it up right here. And
Yeah, and you could link.
not
Could you link it to
I'm not
me?
giving legal advice. I am saying what in all likelihood when I'm reading off what this means. So I'm going to look up defamation, which is slander and libel. Um, and naturally, I do understand that generally speaking, what's this say? Oh, they're shilling for Wikipedia needing money. Um, obviously, you guys can break down slander and libel on your own time, but there are four elements, pardon, of defamation. And there's one that kills ZD in all likelihood deader than a doornail. Did you lie about anything?
Nope.
Okay, so the first defense against defamation is truth, or substantial truth. We'll get back to that. Uh, what's this? Privileged and malice. Privileged provides a complete barred answer to defamation lawsuit. Um,
Oh, that's for. I think someone pointed that out to me at one time. I think that's the matter of. Sorry. If it's a public figure who has more power over someone smaller and not known, like a celebrity going after a nobody or something like that.
yeah, I understand. Here, one second. Under common. Where the hell is it? But okay, so I'll just get to it now. The element I remember correctly, which I'll keep looking if I don't find it here, is um, slander, defamation, libel. These are all civil torts. Those are legal actions. Those are things that happen in a legal courtroom, and legal actions require damages. So, did you go after his work in any way, shape, or form?
Nope.
Okay, excellent. Uh, is his channel even monetized?
I'm not sure. I don't know how to check.
Well, let's roll on over there, shall we?
Yeah.
So let's
How do you check if a channel is monetized?
you click on it and see if anything. I'm not going to bother doing that right now, but you can go through and click on any
Yeah.
number of videos and see if there's any ads. Cause let's take a look. I don't see a Patreon. Let's just make sure.
Let me go to his about
Yeah,
page really
he
quick.
might have not been too bright. So I'm looking at the view average here, and I'll put it to you this way: at my high point, at my absolute high point, with all my fixins and stuff, I was making between $200 and $300, keeping that innocuously vague between AdSense, Patreon, super chats, da 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 da. Now I would say, and I'm keeping this super vague once again, well under 100. There
Yes.
is, yeah, the means by which for ZD to seek out a civil remedy, an action that would reimburse him for money that you would have potentially have cost him, good luck, would be not worth the cost of court.
Yeah. I think
Not
what he got upset about is I started contacting his girlfriend to ask if she knew about this, and that's it.
um
That's like when he started flipping his shit, and it's like,
so
you're going around defaming me to my friends, and I'm like, what?
defamation, I believe, I could be wrong, is a published communication. I could
Yeah.
be entirely wrong there. Here, let's get to let's see, slander, defamation, tort, libel, each given a common defamation used in an article. Slander, libel, if any. I'm trying to see which is spoken and written. Okay, so we're gonna say written word. I'm assuming you didn't call.
Nope.
By written or printed words. Now, you would be charged by the number of places that you put it. I
I don't think I.
think, yeah, you sent it to one person, so good luck with that. If you could show a financial loss by Buttons reaching out to your girlfriend, I'd like to see that. That would be interesting, and you would have to prove 1v1 that Buttons was the exact reason that loss happened.
And not to mention, he's the one that's going around saying that I edit screenshots. And then when I asked him for proof, he would either say I don't want to do this, or it's done and over with, or he would provide screenshots that he knew, in fact, I proved to him in a call because,
Hold it.
um,
I have a super chat, and of course it's Leo, because God bless him. He says, let me blunt. He has a legal option. Yes, he does have a legal option. It's not a particularly good one, though. Reading off what Leo continues here, but he would likely lose in court. Hard, yes. I don't even know if he would get in past the hearing, where basically the judge would look at it and going, is there something here? I would argue that. I would
and
severely
I
argue that.
I wanna make a point of this. I have kept everything private until he went after me. I confronted him, and then he said what he did. I tried telling him,
I
listen,
know. I wanted to play along with the law part because the law part's the part that fascinates the shit out of me because ex-paralegal, or at least attempted.
yeah.
Technically, anyone can lie and say that they're a paralegal because there's actually no hard and fast legal requirement. Now, there's ABA approved, that's American Bar Associated paralegals, which basically means that, you don't have to have that, but basically if you're a major law firm, you're going to look for that. Literally,
Hmm.
you can hire your cousin or your aunt or niece or whatever the hell to be your paralegal. Just sit there and take your notes and hand you stuff. There's literally no legal requirement, but generally speaking, lawyers worth their salt are going to look for somebody who's can cut the mustard. Um, let's see, defamation. Da-da-da-da-da.
Uh.
I'm just trying to fucking find other defenses.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So here, let's do one fun for everybody else. Which again, I feel that the but how do I put it? The cow has left the barn on this one. I would have a better chance at suing Vita. If I were Vita's defense attorney, I would point out Anthony would have to prove that his Patreon, which I don't think really went up or down as a result of that, shooting my foot off here by being full transparency, was a direct 1v1 result of Vita. I would have to prove that as a result of Vita's videos that my views went down, which I think I would stand an okay chance of doing. And then I, on a personal level, would have to weigh, would this be financially a good idea? And I would have to go to small claims court, hire a lawyer, and I would also have to consider that the views wouldn't just have dropped off as the interest on that topic dropped off, as it did. People stopped being massively interested. Now, it might have been as a result thereof of multiple people doing that, but I could already tell that people were losing interest around Dusky Novel. It had already peaked. And you could say that's because, well, you should have just put the call up on YouTube instead of BitChute. Again, other mitigating circumstances. So if I wouldn't have been able to recover versus Vita, there is no way in shit that CD, who didn't make any kind of goddamn money whatsoever, or any substantial kind of money, I'd be surprised if there was even $100 a month lost, it would not be in his best interest. And on top of that, it'd be like if ZD said, I'm going to make sure that KP does, you're not going to do anything.
Yeah, he
you,
has no
you,
ads on any of his videos.
okay, well there you go. Again, you guys are all free to type in ZD into any YouTube search engine, check around his videos, and if
He has like
does,
one ad at the beginning, I think.
well,
It's like a pop-up.
that might be as it may. Well, let's sit there and look at the view average.
His highest viewed video is on Toon Critic, no surprise, because that's everybody. And it is 5.3 thousand views. Everything else is like maybe 300, 400, 170. And then it keeps going down to 60s, 50s, goes back to 100 and 300. It fluctuates, but I think the highest point was one video that got 5.3
Just
thousand.
estimated guess, I'd be impressed as hell if he made $100 a month. I would really, really be impressed as shit. Then again, who knows? Maybe his super chats are god tier. But then again, he would have to prove that the super chats going up and down would be a direct 1v1 result as of you, which I don't believe would be possible.
His latest videos are 84 views, 62, 34, 56. Yeah, they're not doing too good.
Here, well, let's go, since I gave full transparency on that. Let's go to what was VisiPop. I, at best, would be like, I lost out on da-da-da, I'm being butthurt. I'm going to bring a legal action. Okay, so my best podcasts, my very bests, generally these days, if I hit all the bells, well arms, and whistles, are between 2,000 and 4,000 views. Probably looking at, and this is being hyper fucking goddamn kind to myself, 10 and $20.
Yeah. I
I would, if I could step outside my body and I were whining it about that, I'd be like, Anthony, get the fuck over yourself. It's 10
Yeah,
to
if
20
you
fucking... That's an impulse buy. That's literally, I'm like, oh, that sucks. It would, yeah, more than anything else, I was annoyed it didn't go through. I'm gonna grumble and bite my lip and pout. But that's about the size of it. Anybody who looks at this sort of shit and goes, I'm going to sue. You know who should sue is any of those goddamn people that are going and getting their channels ripped down off and on. And if those people can't bring a successful fucking case right now with the hundreds of dollars that they're breaking in, I don't think that ZD has any hope in goddamn high hell of going after anything. There's just no fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is Eden /CookieStar/Buttons. We are getting along these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I'm just talking about a case where ZD mentioned it was against you, right?
Yep.
That he was going, ZD was going to bring legal action against Buttons.
Let me read off the exact screenshot
Okay.
so I can be specific and correct. Tell her, you are trying to defame my character and put a tack in my life. You are trying to get into the heads of my friends who already know your story is bullshit and are bringing up a situation
Hold
that
it.
was...
I have to ruin everyone's day. Okay, Bronies in the chat, you're all going to downvote and unsub me right now. What is the monetary value of friendship? but friendship, guys. I'm like, look, that's adorable.
Unless
and
tuning
ZD,
or
I'll give,
off
yeah,
him.
if ZD were here right now, which I don't want to talk to him, but if ZD were here right now, my remark would be, in the world of public opinion, yeah, you're probably going to win on YouTube by going, he's going after my friends. Yeah, that sucks. But in court, no. Not so much, darling.
The only person I've talked to that could be considered a friend of his is contacting his girlfriend, and that's it. That's like the only person.
Yeah. And I'd like to state for the record the whole sexual healing thing. I'm not asserting that ZD is any kind of criminal whatsoever. In my subjective opinion, and ZD would be right to make the remark, oh, you mean the subjective opinion on the guy that Medicare covered thinks I'm cringy. Yes, that's what I'm stating. Am I right to say that I felt that basically sometimes he wouldn't shut up about his fetishes? That's it. If anybody feels I'm wrong, I'm reading through the comments. Does anybody disagree with that?
And I'm not saying like he's a predator. I'm not saying any of that shit. I'm saying he wasn't upfront. He was sleazy and a liar, and that's it. Like, I'm not going around spreading anything
Hateful
horrible.
made a remark here. Is this about that micro-macro chat where he says it's not a fetish, but it's a fantasy? Whether it's fantasy or fetish, I thought it was creepy, in my subjective opinion. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's no objective standard. I just feel that I would be like, the... I will, if you're looking for me to be edgy and shit, I would compare it to Digi, and not in the way that I think that he had any kind of the wrong fixation, and the fact that he could not shut up about it. No, hold it, just 1 second. If ZD went on the Dick Show, I think that he would be just as uncomfortable going, hey guy, I'm into micro macro, and as uncomfortable as he would, and Dick Masterson would cringe really hard. Ooh, and then he's like, hey, I gotta be on the front line. You were saying?
And what's funny is he's saying you are bringing up a situation that was resolved months ago where pretty much everyone told you were crazy. What's funny is by everyone, he means only Vita. I only told people in private what happened because I was upset about it. And if you want to say everyone, I have a friend who I will leave the name out for now because I'm unsure if he will want to be involved,
Hold that thought. I had somebody, again, the comment section is actually pretty good today. Isn't a fetish technically a fantasy? Okay. I'm gonna get myself into trouble here because I'm not a medical expert. You ever heard the remark, all dogs are all poodles are dogs, but not all
all dogs are
poodles?
poodles?
Yeah, it's one of those. Are all fetishes fantasies, but not all fantasies are fetishes? Am I doing that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tired too. I'm like, yeah.
The difference between a fetish is arouses you.
Well,
That's the best I can say.
To a question hard or to hateful asking that question on whether fetishes or fantasies, I guess if you could indulge in that fetish, it wouldn't be a fantasy if you were able to do it on the regular.
Yeah,
I suppose.
oh yeah, that's true. Because fantasy doesn't mean reality. If you could bring it to reality, then it's not a fantasy.
Like if you have if your fetish is stubbing your toe, there's literally next to nothing stopping you from doing that each and every day. Correct?
Oh my god.
You must have a pretty easy going life up until your toe
Oh my
falls off.
god.
Yeah, just saying. What would be the Rickromal of ZD was captured by Queen Crystal? I don't know what you're going on about.
Rickamarole.
ZD was I don't know. I don't have anything to do with that Mr. Cartoon movies.
Yeah, this isn't roleplay. This isn't fantasy right now.
No, we're not doing a freaking roleplay thingamajig. Oh boy, here he is. Oh, hello there. I was told that this stream was happening. Also, fetishes arouse you.
Like I said.
Hey,
yeah.
ZD. Since you're here. Oh, wait a minute. Super chat, ZD. Hold that thought. Here's $10 just because I feel like making someone's day. You really did, Mr. Immermerds. Let's come back strong. What the hell's that name?
Let me find it.
I am a.
I'm a gerd nerd.
I'm a game nerd. I'm a game nerd. There we go. Okay, there we go. I've fulfilled that.
I was told that the stream is just my concepts of what
they're being flung around. Okay, so ZD, I said it at the beginning, but I will say it again since you were here. ZD, the extent, and I double checked because I recorded the part on you after everything else was done. It was 1:45. In my subjective opinion, and this would be your comeback line, I thought that your micro-macrophilia thing and you talking about it was cringy, and your response should have been, this from the guy who got covered by Medicare. And that should have been the end of it. That really should have been the end of it. You should have fired back with, at least I don't have a video with several 100,000 views on me. That would have been the political, savvy, snarky move, and perhaps put that at the beginning of any random video of yours, and your views would have gone up. You would have had to do very little effort, and this would have been done, and I would have been like, he got me. That would have been the size of it.
And then on top of that, like, I'm not saying anything of value or like that too bad. Like, literally, ZD, all I'm saying is you're a liar, you're a sleaze, and you're fucking creepy. That's it. I'm not saying you're a predator. I'm not saying you're all these horrible things.
And let's verify that. All those are subjective opinions without... Are there...
Oh, wait, Hateful 8. So you didn't shoot yourself in the foot by publishing those logs on your own server?
Oh, hi, Wubcake. Oh my god, Wub gave me money. This is most delicious. Someone took my sending money just 'cause idea. Well, no, Wub, I feel totally bad. Do I have to send that back? I can't take that from someone as talented as Wubcake. Holy
That's
shit.
That's very kind of you. Thank you, Miss Wubcake.
Yeah. Oh god, she's the best. I got to talk to Wub during freaking BC. She helped out with that creepy reading when, Creepy screwed up with his Google iPhone or whatever weird, wacky, crazy bullshit he had. Okay, ZD, trust me. I know what your thing is on me, Eden. However, it is currently going around trying to talk to my girlfriend and other friends about this.
Hey,
ZD, ZD. I lumped all that and I got over it. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Be the bigger man for once in your life. Holy shit. Oh, then again, you are pretty small. Anyways, you're welcome. You were just really nice at BC. Google phone, by the way. I love you, Wub. Everyone, you know what? I'm going to include Wubcake's channel in the description. This is fantastic.
Well, ZD, the only person I've talked to is your girlfriend. I've not talked to your friends because I have no connection nor want to talk to your friends. I talked to your girlfriend because I want to know, do you know he is doing this with someone who is not you, which is a fetish involved, fetish involved activity. And I wanted to know if she knew you were partaking in these, because if I remember correctly, you told me yourself that, oh, well, my girlfriend and I, we roleplay with each other all the time, other people.
I've got another super chat to get to. Leo Convoy gives me $50. I will outdo all of you fools. Fight me IRL. I'd like to state for the record right now, if I felt that I was doing anything wrong, and feel free, Leo Convoy, Mr. Jiminy Cricket, my moral compass and conscience, could come forward right now and say how I'm handling the ZD situation improperly, and I would listen.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man. I've told him infinitely more than I probably ever should have, just because I have a big mouth and I feel like confiding into people, just so I can't just say I alone thought this was a good idea or this was a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hi, Quill. How you doing? So you were saying? I completely lost my track of thought. Go
No,
ahead.
it's fine, it's fine. But I'm not going around to your friends. I just went to your girlfriend because I thought it was a concern, and I realized, well, you told me don't talk to your girlfriend, don't talk to... Like, whenever something would happen and I'd ask for validation or, okay, well, is this valid? I'd be around and be... You didn't talk to my girlfriend. You talked to my friend Moon. Sweeto already knows about the stuff in the community. She also agrees you are blowing it out of proportion.
Okay, well,
So-
that's good then. You're golden. But as far
Yeah.
as if the whole idea is if you're in one of those kind of relationships where they let you role play, then you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if you were being honest, dude. That's all I wanted to know. I've been getting nothing.
I do have to point out, not every person who's ever been on How Not to Brony is Toon Critic. Not every person who's been on How Not to Brony is Performance Nature or Dusky Novel or, the absolute drugs of the scum. In my own little petty way, I just didn't want to deal with ZD anymore, and I basically made a bunch of freaking subjective opinions and why I felt like I didn't say in this video, oh boy, KP, better not hang out with this guy this time. I was like, I didn't enjoy it myself. That seemed to be a popular opinion that's going around in different other chats. Top of the barrel. But
Hey, Sweeto.
yeah.
I just wanted to ask you, Sweeto. Like, that's all I
and
want to know.
no, hold it. I want to bring this up right now. If
Okay.
anything, I wanted to make fun of Instepius, which I said to his face for whining about being thrown out of ZD's chats, something I wouldn't have gotten caught dead being in. Anyways, moving right along.
I introduced you to the fantasy side of genre, not the fetish side. For litigation, you may talk to anyone else in the community. If you want confirmation, I'm more than willing to have a discussion. I'm not discussing anything with you, dude. Like, I tried having a discussion with you,
Hold
and...
it. No, we'll get to that in a second. Do I think you're handling it? No, badly, Leo Convoy. Seems like you were taking an opportunity to get some jabs in. Yeah, okay. If anything, I'll admit I'm being immature. Perhaps I should be corrected for that. I'm well aware of that. If you got a chance to talk to Sweeto or not, they're asserting that you didn't. It's your call if you do or don't. But if Sweeto is aware that basically role plays of any nature and fashion and is cool with it, then I guess that's it. My compliments to, I guess not, I don't want to say chef. I'd be too cheeky, I suppose. But to the role player, to the customer. Just listening to the video. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, Hateful just made a very good point. Thank you, Hateful.
Okay.
So ZD said I introduced you to the fantasy side, and then Hateful said you said sexual healing to buttons in those logs.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, again, the remark when we were just sitting there describing it between me and Buttons in a third person last night, at very worst, and I say this as the old school early seasonal version, I would have compared ZD to Chef from South Park. Not the one from the Scientology episode, if you all know what I'm talking about. I basically was memeing it up a little bit, which I'm probably sure maybe even Chef even sung off word for word sexual healing. Don't know, maybe not.
You never said sexual healing. How can sexually heal through a fantasy? Okay, let me get the exact screenshot then and read it off.
Okay.
I'm not dealing with so
And even so, if you could show me how that caused you actual damage other than I got made fun of. Don't turn into Josh Scorcher now, ZD. I'm going to hear about that. You know what? I'm not taking it back. Anyways, immature, absolutely. Oh yeah, no, you're right, Leo. I'm being absolutely immature. I think ZD is taking it harder and more seriously than he really should. I mean, if anything, it probably would have been done by then. You're like I said, I'm comparing how you're handling this just like the Jasmine Blue thing. That was a tiny section that the video wasn't based off of. The title wasn't about you. Dull Boy was referring to me not doing anything in 3 damn weeks. It's at the damn end of the video. I would argue even more if I would have put it after the Golden Fox call that you would have been like, would you still been complaining about it? It's at the tail end. There's so very little to fucking care about. It was like me going, I threw somebody out.
All right,
I did that with Rocky. Fuck, man. When that happened. Moving on. Go ahead.
So the proof, because I was confronting him saying that because he went around saying I had a screenshot. So I said, so the proof you show I had a screenshot is by showing me ones you know I've proven aren't faked because you had me screen share a call with you to scroll my Skype chat. Because you said Aeon told you I had a screenshot, but you also told me don't ask him, and he didn't know who asked him or provided evidence. ZD, you realize how that looks, right? listen, you know the screenshots you provided aren't edited. Tell people I don't edit screenshots or provide actual evidence I do, and I'll admit it myself, but, he doesn't have proof, so I'm not going to. But if you can't, you need to admit you were wrong. That chat, the chat that I know you sent crop pictures in, I can no longer find. The one where you pulled some random person in to try to confront me or some shit. Either way, I'm too high for this right now. So you're not going to rectify. He literally said that.
All right, you know what, ZD? If you want to get your video, if you do a response to this, and I would be way more if you start off the video beginning. Okay, so I was a little high, and that's just the title. your OC like sitting there looking a little paranoid with a joint in his hand. It'd be fucking amazing. Oh my god, you would. I think you crack 1,000. I think that would get over like gangbusters. Are you shitting me?
So you're not going to rectify I don't edit screenshots, and you have no evidence to show I do. Are you going to rectify I didn't use you for a fetish by telling the story when you have no evidence?
All right, do you both want the screenshots out there?
I don't mind them being out there.
Well, put them in a Google Doc. Put WinRAR and link me.
WinRAR?
Or just put them in a Google Doc. Do you know?
Yeah, I know how to do that.
Okay, so when those go up, those can go in. If everybody signs off on that doing it. Okay,
right.
Yep, everybody's cool with it. ZD and Eden both said cool. That it's going to go in the comment section.
That wasn't cropped, ZD. I don't think you understand the space on a screen.
The video that or the freaking screen cap that I got, ZD, was that.
I actually gave him more than one screenshot.
Okay,
to show.
So you gave it to me around 2 or 3 o'clock. I grabbed what I grabbed. If you want the full thing, we'll put the full thing here. Fuck it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me get the entire conversation. Let me go back to fucking... Alright.
Something spicy happened. Oh, we were having a discussion about ZD, which you'll probably want to go back to the beginning of the stream once it's over. It's been eventful. I'm glad that we're doing this here, because I was like, I don't want to make a fool on video with effort.
Oh, wait, Hateful Eight. Then how did your screenshot come from you on your server?
That's not a private. If those are from your server, ZD, those aren't private.
The woman in your stream is oh, thank you, Silver D Spoon. Like I care.
Well, let's see.
Also, I'm not a woman, but yeah, I posted the screenshots there too. The full context, the full thing with context. All right, I will get the entire conversation we had that day, ZD, just to show.
Make it so swearing is allowed in the live chat. Be creative. Find ways to put a little semicolon or some shit like that in the place of an I or the vowels.
Also, ZD, these screenshots will be 1 or 2 messages at a time because the messages are... Fuck it, I'll unblock him for 1 bit, but I'm not going to friend him again.
Okay.
There. That way, he can't message me, and then I can see the full screen so he doesn't bitch I'm editing shit. Alright,
yes.
Let me gyazo this.
Yes.
Because that's how my
I will state it
works.
one more time in the whole video. I don't feel that no one's calling for ZD to be blackballed from any conventions. No one's calling for ZD of being fired either online or offline. I don't see what I'm doing beyond that.
Yeah, like, literally we're just saying he's a liar. That's it.
Well, I'm saying he's annoying.
Well, I'm saying
there we go. Yeah, sure. Oh.
The thoughts and opinions of Buttons do not reflect the thoughts and opinions.
Well, not entirely. Not entirely, to some degree. We have different degrees and shit like that. Oh, hi, Bourg. Bourg Productions, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you.
Hey, Bourg.
This is going to rock. Yeah, Bourg, we're mostly towards the tail end. I'm sure I'll move on to other damn things. Oh, I want to mention this while Buttons is sitting there pulling up the Google Drive thing. This is just me and my tantamount to being, how do I put this? An insufferable knob who needs to weigh in on something that doesn't have a strong opinion. What was the senator who passed away? Oh, here, 1 second, Leo Convoy. Give me your lunch money, Silver, you dork. Fantastic. John McCain's the one who just passed away, right? I feel that everybody either cared too negatively or too positively out of spite for one another.
I don't know who John McCain is.
John McCain was a Republican senator that basically a lot of Democrats really liked in the mainstream media, which made me kind of skeptical of him, and a lot of the internet people got really pissed off at his ass. And I was like, couldn't we have just shown the minimal amount of respect and moved on? and like made a couple of remarks on the end. Yeah, John McCain of Arizona. I don't know. I don't really have a strong opinion on that one so much. Maybe I should have just shut the fuck up, but I felt like sneaking that in there. Reading off ZD. Eden, even Patch told you that you were being too much, or then you tried, and I started it on Twitter when you were the one who jumped on me when I argued with Vito. Who's the liar here?
Okay, let me talk about that, since that's a false thing too, because you're the one, ZD, my good friend. I was talking to your friend Crow, telling him to stay on topic, and you decided to jump in and say I edit screenshots. You're the one who started that shit, little guy.
No, Silver, I'm not Polish.
Let me get the screenshot.
Silver Spoon, I'm not a buck-toothed jackaninny. I'm not Horse Crew. Anyways.
Alright, let me get these screenshots again of what happened on Twitter, since he's gonna do that.
I'd like to make another while, Buns is pulling that up. I've often found it funny when freaking Horse Crew's like, why come my views didn't come back? Well, your channel is based on you covering cringe. And unfortunately, once people find out that you're just as bad as the people that you're covering, let's look at that for a second. I said I didn't think he was a pedophile because he screwed up and he let young kids into his chat and he RP'd. I said it was an honest mistake. You fucked up. You apologized. You weren't going to do it anymore. And there's some other little inappropriate things that weren't tantamount to calling Brony Bucks or Horse Crew a pedophile. I stand behind that. However, you look like a massive jagoff. You look like a dork and a nerd after you get done making fun of Joey Turner for being cringy, which he is, but he didn't go comes in front of a 16-year-old in a chat full of fucking 16, 15-year-olds ERPing everywhere. Now, did he, Brony Bucks? Mwah! To Wing Infusion. Okay, getting back to ZD. No, you brought me in... One second. No, you brought me into it by talking about how I was just a white knight to you. Let's be completely honest. A lot of people have accused you of being a white knight. That's not mutually exclusive. Well, hold it. 1 second. How I apparently bring in Crow to the conversations. Oh, I want to get to Bourg real quick because he's fun. I got to say this. I missed For No Good Reason. So good to see For No Good kick some real rear end. I'm not really kicking ass, but sure, thanks. You were saying, Buttons?
I wasn't saying you were the white knight, dude. If you read the screenshots, let me actually read it. Let me get the actual screenshot so he doesn't go bitching. So Crow was, it was something about animation and something with Minty Roo. I don't know. And someone named Crow was going at Vita, and he was staying on topic. And I fucking hate it when people are trying to make a point and don't stay on the topic and just do it to be a petty jackass.
That's why we never got along long.
Yeah. But then Crow, I said, stay on topic. Crow, make me Vita. So did ZD send you, or did you come on your own accord? Crow, nah. I just happened to check my Twitter and figured I'd jump in, work in, boring as shit. And then I said, no, I remember you being a friend of his, and I know how you both work because you used to white knight me and tell me your tactics. That does not mean, ZD, I was mentioning you white knighting. I was saying Crow was white knighting. And then Crow responded, and then you had to go and say, didn't you try to slander my name, and then everyone shit on you for it? You chose to contact me.
Okay, how the docs going, so we're not just doing he said, she said, and we don't forget
I'm getting them together.
Just
I'm going through PMs.
Indeed.
I have to make sure I don't lose my place and be as accurate as fucking possible.
The best way I would describe, I remember I was watching a biography, oddly enough, on, I'm trying to remember who it was in Hollywood, but they described Hollywood agents as the kind of people who would hold their hand out to shake it, you wouldn't shake it, they'd leave their hand out there. That's how I think of ZD. I think he's kind of disingenuous. If I'm wrong, I know that there's a couple enough other people. I know ZD or Vita pointed it out on his Twitter, where he'll be sucking your dick and kissing your after just like chewing you out like 5 minutes before, and I was like,
he went to Vita right after all this. Oh, I was so wrong about FNGR, and I'm like.
Yeah, you know what? And I stand behind what I said in the video. There's nothing. You could ruin my life. I wouldn't hang out with you 1 second longer, ZD. It's just not worth it. Oh, let's see, hateful. I've got the logs. I'll DM you on Discord if there's a problem on that end. Okay, well, just even still.
I'm still getting them, and I'm still getting them together on on Skype.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I stopped at a real simplistic chat log where I'd be like, see, at most, if I kept it simple and straightforward, where I was like, okay, so this sounds like something about sexual healing. I can meme that. That's something that's not massively damaging, that's going to ruin someone forever. That'd be the kind of things, if your friends read it and it were true, they'd look at you and going, really, nigga? Goddamn, son. That would have been on the low average for Toon Critic. That would have been like, we would have looked at him, of course you said that. We're not even going to raise an eye, obviously.
Well, he's a bit,
I don't hate ZD. I think that he's young and needs to make better decisions. I could agree with 2/3 of that.
Alright, and then let me get, that's the screenshot that he sent.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, there was a time where I was like, let's see if ZD can prove himself to be invaluable and I'll just lump him into the heat death of the universe. This all feels like dead weight. Oh my god. Leo for president.
Amen.
Yeah. ZD. Now, what did he do? Me? I thought I explained everything I did. If he wants to argue and say that he quote-unquote did not say sexual healing, I mean...
He didn't say sexual healing, he was just freaking...
Okay, ZD, I crapped on you with trying to slander my name being in the leapt into my conversation with Vita. You were the one who mentioned me and initiated our conversation.
I didn't fucking I didn't fucking... Like, the most thing I said was your association with someone. That's not a reason for you to contact me when I told you fuck off months ago.
Now, Sam, I noticed you mentioned puppy. If that's the same situation, I think Sheldon might have told me about that. From Top of the Barrel, there was somebody named Puppy who had Folacon or some shit like that, and I believe that's why they got kicked, if that's the same one you're talking about.
And I think that's all the screenshots from that conversation. I sent it all on Skype. Let me get the Google Doc together.
Leo Convoys, you don't want me as a president. That would be the end of In Fire and Tears. Fantastic.
I love how he's just...
I was feeling silly. I didn't know that happened. Again, I think it was Sheldon. That I'm sure somebody from Top of the Barrel can either confirm or take it down. Oh, Meteor Mongers, that's Vlad. Yo, ZD, you realize your opinion isn't helping your case right now. You're essentially screaming into a wood chipper.
I
like
on
that.
You with you trying to slander my name because... Oddly enough...
I went up to ZD when he's like, I'm going to make a big response to this. I was like, it was done. It was completely done.
Like, literally, I dropped you out of my life and I blocked you. I didn't go around saying shit about you. Like, at most, I vented to friends about the fact I was upset about what happened. I didn't go publicly. I didn't fucking do anything.
Was I a massive dick about fucking throwing him out? Absolutely, but I'm not denying that, nor did I anywhere.
Alright.
Yeah.
And just to prove that these are actual screenshots, they are Gyazo's people.
Okay.
Meaning, you have to have a link to them. You have to have it straight from your computer, unedited. Just so he can't say I edited them.
Alright. I don't know anything about editing, so that'll be between y'all.
I don't even fucking know how to edit screenshots, dude. I mean, like, how much fucking skill would that take?
I'm sure there's YouTube videos. Sheldon tried to give me one during the photo add-on thing.
Alright, let me... 1, 2...
Okay, here's Foxwell. So, conclusion I'm getting is that ZD can't handle people talking what they don't like him and having a big baby fit. I mean, that's at worst an exaggeration. At the very worst. Which, it's probably closer, it's more hit than miss. I've said countless times, I'll say it again, some people live to be a punchline. Others get to watch it unfold like a Christmas card gone wrong. Well, it's the difference between a troll and an edgelord. Troll's in on the joke, the edgelord is the joke.
Yeah. Alright, 1, 2, 3... Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of this. 1, 2, 3...
Here's ZD
4.
again, Eden. After we stopped talking, I had a crap ton of people contacting me, screaming at me, and you told me a lie that people took to heart and are continuing to do so. That is why I am pissed.
Okay. I mean, you do realize, good sir, it's in a screenshot. You said yourself.
Okay, well,
Like,
just get that link out there so we could stop having
yeah,
the
I
debate
am.
back and forth.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. People are going to eventually going, after you're milking it, I'm like, well, I'm not making the Google Drive thingamajig. Just stop. You're not helping your own case. Hence why we have this stream. I just wanted to... I wanted to come back to something.
7.
Woe is me! I'm just a lonely drama channel! Oh, lordy!
Oh my god, Anthony, shut the fuck up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, god damn it, hang on. I'm trying to keep track of these. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to make sure this is the right one. Okay.
SDX Darkest for Goodwill, glad to see you can stream again. I see many more in the future. Most likely. ZD, you've said the same thing about 9 times now. Well, I don't know, maybe he needs it 10, 20 more times. 40 more times! That'll get the point home anyway, ZD. I said nothing about me using your laugh my ass off. Where are you getting this? I can't wait to look at the screenshots. Okay.
What is he saying?
I don't know. I'm just sitting here.
Hang on. What did he say? He said, I said nothing about me using you. Well,
why are you so obsessing me? Oh, I can't do the Mariah Carey song. Anyways,
my head hurts.
there's Bourg.
Jesus.
It was good to see this, despite missing the first half of the stream. I appreciate it, Bourg. You're always welcome in my house, you crazy bastard. Even your crazy homeopathic theories.
Can I just say that was the funniest part about your video last night was you just kept saying, not in my fucking house!
Yeah. No shit.
I just imagine your OC throwing him out on the porch or some shit.
Yeah, oh my god, ZD, enough. You're acting like the human embodiment of Thor. A whole lot of talk, no action. Okay. I don't quite get that one, but I appreciate it. Vlad. Vlad's the one who hosted the original Donut video. The one where Donut read off the Keyblade thing.
Oh god, that thing you showed me the other day.
Yeah, he did. He's like, I'm taking it down, by the way. You want to rehost it? I'm like, yeah, I do. Yes, I would like to. I would like to preserve that for posterity. Media, you're running the stream. What action other than talk can I take?
Alright, I think that's the last of it. Alright, and then let me get the Twitter shit.
Okay.
Alright, so I will categorize this. I'm going to try to be as organized as possible.
Okay, here we go. SDX Darkness. This reminds me of a song about summer skate boys. Okay, Darkest. Whether the song is about a guy thinking about stalking a girl. Is that the one kind of retarded? I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
Did you just do a fucking red chord voice?
Well, Darkest kind of sounds like that a little bit too. Guys, I'm talking right now. Anyways, media mongers, provide links, evidence, maybe. Yeah. Well, we're
yeah, I am.
Well, they are putting it together.
Yay! Thank you. Use my pronouns.
I almost screwed up, but I had a moment to think about it.
Oh, yay!
Indeed.
Alright.
Just remember, guys, under pressure, it's always good to stay on the offensive. And no one's more offensive than me. ZD, they're already getting screenshots together, so again, media, what other actions can I take? You can go away. I'm just imagining Red Cord like Lord Chungus from Mad Max. Go away. It can all be over. Just go away.
You all can be the judge of this via this document. Okay. Remember, these are Chiazos.
Make sure you got a shareable link on it.
Yeah. Okay. Save. No, I'm not gonna save it under that fucking title.
Now they're talking about
stuff.
cheese. The cheese stands alone, guys. I have to use that as a thumbnail. You got it?
Shareable link. Boop. Let me send it to via Skype.
Fucking evidence you have.
Make sure it works.
Okay. Well, did you PM it to me?
Yeah, I put it on Skype.
Okay.
It's the latest thing I sent.
Alright. Copy link location.
Does it work?
I'm just checking to see if this is it. Paste. Yeah, it says Google Docs.
Yeep.
Now you guys want to click on that, see if that bitch works. CD, I'm not worried at all. I'm perfectly happy to show these screenshots. Wonderful.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Zuriel dickism. Anyways. You know, but another thing, if he would have rebranded himself as those words that Raven said, then he could have called himself Triple Z.
Oh, hey, Glitch!
Which one's Glitch?
Kelsey.
Oh, okay. Was that the one that you were contacting last night?
Mm-hmm.
If Glitch would like to join the stream and vent about any problems that they have, they're welcome to. You tell them that.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's hearing this right now. Oh, God, it's chaos.
Indeed.
Hello!
Just nicely, if you want to defend yourself, do a video. Oh, Lord, no. Don't make us listen to ZD, Darkest. Please don't. That's almost as bad about listening to you. Anyways.
Hey, come on. He can't. It's a
know.
speech impediment. He can't physically help it. Don't
I
do
remember
that.
when Ryan was like, I don't make fun of people with with speech impediments. Didn't you do the coation with a speech impediment? He's like, that doesn't count. I'm like, oh, sure it doesn't, Ryan. Slim Ridlin from Croatia.
What the fuck is Croatia?
Croatia.
Oh, Croatia. I'm
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, I am trying to be nice here. I'm
ZD
trying.
got to do his Harry Potter video. God, Samot, yes. God. By the way, Samot, how you doing? I missed you, bud.
Harry Potter and the sexual healing.
I'm on my phone getting ready to head out to campus. I got class today. Alright, well, yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
But... yeah, ZD's kind of a knockoff Harry Potter. Just saying.
I'm not a Harry Potter enthusiast. Are you?
Oh, yes, I love Harry Potter.
Okay, Eden just stated in their professional opinion on Harry Potter.
I'm Hufflepuff, damn it.
Okay, I know.
Hey! Hey, if you're not an enthusiast, how do you know what Hufflepuff is?
Sweetie Bloom explained it to me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I remember. I remember these. If it's a dumb conversation, I'll remember it to the heat death of the universe. If it's important, I'll forget about it 5 minutes later.
What the hell is sexual healing, said Icarus the Fox Kid. It's a joke, basically. Anthony made the video last night. He could probably link the How Not to Burning in the description with the timestamp.
Yeah, you could literally just go to the second video on uploads at the beginning of the video or the channel.
Yeet.
Yeah, it's about like 11, 12 minutes in. You'll see the screen cap. Healing can be, or was it ZD made a remark about sex can be very healing, so then I reworded it to sexual healing, which is, I think, in the same vein. I don't feel like I took massive liberties by making it more poppy or memey.
If you want the exact quote of what ZD said, just so he doesn't throw a bitch fit.
Huh?
Hang on a second.
Uncle
Copy,
Jimbo.
paste. Let me make sure this is the correct screenshot I'm reading off first off.
See, if ZD were slick, he'd get his OC drawn up, or himself drawn up in like a pimp suit that has a t-shirt that says sexual healing and just roll with it.
Right?
I mean, shit.
Like, meme it up, dude.
Fuck, man.
Alright.
It's like meeting that one friend who's like, I don't want you to call me Tank, and I'm like, you're gonna argue about a nickname like that? Get the fuck out of here. Shit. You're lucky we don't call... Yeah.
So this is the exact screenshot. And no, he didn't say sexual healing, but this is alright. He said, "Are you going to rectify? I didn't use you for a fetish by telling the full story when you have no evidence." I said, "You mean how I have screenshots I can provide that are unedited, and the only thing I don't have is our call of you telling me and reassuring me it's not a fetish reason while asking me if I know what it is, and saying you can switch between it being turned on and aroused and on and off like a switch. Compared to you going around saying I added screenshots with no proof, how will that look?" He said, "You mean the one where you are also interested in it and started telling me your fetishes on your own accord. I found the entire thing with macro micro to be cute. The one where you asked me to tell you more about the community and how you wanted to draw for our holidays. Those ones. Because you told me it would help me heal over the stuff with Anthony. You're the one who encouraged it, saying you study fetishes." Now, I'm going to give context for what that is. So I don't remember how long that call was. There was a lot of stuff said in that call. Basically, I was venting to ZD in that call as a trusted friend, and he said, "Oh, well, if you want, I can help you get over the trauma, but if you have any insecurities about your..."
I'm sorry.
So, yeah, he said, if you have any insecurities about your fetishes or want to know how they work, I study. Yeah, basically he was saying he studies how fetishes work and why certain people get turned on by certain things. If I have any insecurities, do so. I told him, okay. I looked at my F list and I noticed the term micro macro, and he said, you know what that is, right? I'm like, yeah, it's just a short and tall person. He's like, oh, no, aren't you? I'm surprised you're not a micro. And
Oh Lord, good Lord.
And yeah, and then fucking. So that conversation went that way.
I'm
and then
expecting ZD to be walking behind KP. Judging by what I see back here, I'm surprised you're not a macro. Get slapped instantly. Did you just say I have a big ass?
And fucking so then he tried saying, well, you could be my micro, and I said, isn't that like a sexual thing? He said, oh, no, this is just a roleplay fantasy thing, you're my little micro, my pipsqueak. And I said, okay, I mean, I guess. And then I felt uncomfortable after a while, because I'm like, this is still role-playing, this is behind my boyfriend's back, I don't feel comfortable. And then I brought it up how we should tell Maddie about it because I'm dating Maddie, and he kept trying to be insistent, like, oh no, Maddie won't get upset, he won't get upset that I'm protecting you, he's not going to get upset. I said, I really appreciate talking this to Maddie and not doing it until we talk to Maddie. And he would keep bringing it up even after I said this fact.
Yeah, I'd like to state for the record, I'm probably going to yield that for this. I'm not mad if ZD was trying to cuck fucking Mad Plushie. that's between y'all.
But he wasn't upfront about it. That's my main issue, is he wasn't upfront and tried playing this little hoop game, and it's like, listen. Oh, Button sounds like you're doing in a better place. Oh, yeah, Lecter Dreadwood. I'm doing a better place. I'm moving back to Massachusetts soon with my mother and family. Life's going good. Life's going really good for me recently, actually. I'm very happy with how things are going. I've started online therapy called 7 Cups. Yeah. So far, this is all correct, but I was perfectly fine with talking you with Maddie. Oh, I didn't postpone it. I kept saying, hey, I'm busy, or you would contact me at bad times, but we did eventually have that discussion. And you would even try to push for roleplay even after I said I don't want to do this until we talked to Maddie. You would send me photos of micro-macro characters. You would say how cute I am. You would be like, hey, isn't this cute? And when I said I don't want to do this until we talked to Maddie, they're like, oh, you're overreacting. I think the main thing you should have done is just say, okay. You shouldn't have pushed it. Just saying. And I finally decided one day it was enough stress. You kept going after F and GR when I told you not to.
Here's another Leo. 1 second. Roleplays used to be about Vikings and magic missiles. The heck happened?
Yeah, I know.
The internet. Chats happened. My only advice to people who are role-playing, I'd probably suggest that you not role-play as people your public image. I've never understood that. I used to criticize Doodle for that. Why would you trade on your name? Is that literally the only way that you can get roleplay? That you have to trade on several thousand subscribers to get people to roleplay with you? How terrible do you have to be? You must really be the equivalent of a dead fuck as an ERP. Jesus.
So wait, what do you mean by selling on your name? I'm confused.
Trading on your name, basically, if, like, let's say you're in, like, a roleplay chat, and somebody comes in there, and they're, like, the legit person, they're not pretending to be, I know this one bothers Wubcake. Let's say, like, someone came in role-playing as, I know Hisenchi, Golden Fox, Wubcake, because there's good fan art of them, versus that actual person shows up. And they're like, hey, the appeal is that I'll be so-and-so. Like, say it's like a big furry name, like a Jay Naylor, if you know who that is. If you don't like porn, don't look that up.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna look it up.
It's a good artist. Jay Naylor is a fucking fantastic artist. It's like, yeah, if you went on there and said, I'm so-and-so, as I could only assume that's what Toon Critic did.
Yeah, no, probably.
Yeah.
Silver D Spoon keeps spamming the letter. I legitimately thought you were overreacting, as you tended to do that a lot. I'll take that L. I apologize if I came off aggressive. However, those pictures I sent weren't entirely one half.
He's probably about to post again. This is a big thing on Twitter of people ERPing with all sorts of characters.
It is
I
actually.
mean, there are literally, if you look up private ERP servers, people, I did that when I ended up covering freaking Doodle on Fan and Frenzy. I was like, there's no reason to freaking people do shit in public. That's just crazy and stupid and short-sighted. Anyways, CD,
They
for the cute factor, there were just adorable pics.
they weren't fetish pics, but they weren't like sexual, but they were still involved with micro macro, dude. Like you kept constantly pushing micro macro on me. And at first, yeah, I thought it was nice, but then I started getting uncomfortable with it because that became the entirety of what you would be discussing with me. If I was upset about something, if I didn't want you to go after FGR, okay, well, you're my little, who's my little pipsqueak, all this stuff, or like all this different pushy stuff. Like I would tell you sometimes, I want to go to bed, I'm tired, I have to work tomorrow. No, stay up with me, I'll be lonely. Like you.
Okay, so I don't want to get involved in that. My only
No,
advice
sorry,
to ZD is I'd probably diversify things a bit, reach out into some other stuff.
Or like don't, especially like when someone says that they've just had like, if it's really shitty to be like, oh well, I'll help you heal with what happened with you because you were like, oh yeah, well, sexual abuse and all that, and I can help you heal through that, and
Okay,
don't
so
go to someone who's hurting.
I'm probably
like, don't.
gonna get a dirty look from this, but I think that ZD might have looked at you like a fuck buddy.
Oh.
That's no, hold it. That's not. I mean, it's not horrible. It's something that people sometimes do in consenting situations, and maybe you guys got your wires crossed. You're gonna have to wire that out, and there's all those beautiful screenshots where people can do that on their own. Maybe you guys are looking at this from two different sections that don't know. ZD, alas, that last conversation we had was drama-wise, was complaining about Chambers not agreeing with her stance on FNGR.
While that's true, you still would constantly go after FNGR and cause me stress when I told you I just want it to be dropped. He saw me as a friend with Bennett.
See, again, my advice, if you had a roleplay server that had a profile, I would probably put at the very beginning, I do not wish to be the following. Give a list of things and complaints. So that way you could be like, look, I was very upfront about this.
Yeah.
But I could also see why some people just go into certain freaking roleplay situations and saw it as just that. I mean, again, that's why a lot of those chats are things, that's why people say ERP, that they just view it as, this is a distraction, had a long day, I'm doing this. If I could just take a guess. I'm not suggesting that's what we had. We had a relationship.
I did block him. I blocked him way earlier, trust me.
Okay. I used Pipsqueak nickname to cheer you up. Well, again, I wasn't around to sit there and read the emotions, and sometimes things get lost in text. Yeah, not trying to bury you. If I were being a dick, I'd be sitting there no-selling this like Vita ZD. It'd be like, oh no, according to me, this is what I think. I was like, look, I'll leave it open to interpretation. I'll give you spinning distance.
There are, there are roleplay sites. It's, there's F-list, No, I didn't block him 2 days ago. I blocked him for a few months. Then he came at me on Twitter, said he would talk to me if I didn't block him. I unblocked him and we talked. And then I blocked him again after he said what he did. I have had him blocked for a while. In fact, our last conversation before September 3rd was...
Take time.
Yeah.
By the way, how's the headache going?
Oh, the headache is good. The ear ringing is still there.
Okay, well, when you get a chance, go to the doctor.
Yeah, I might do that later today.
There's nothing better than just being able to sit around casually breathe and not be in pain.
June 7th. June 7th was our last conversation before a few days ago. So.
No, you're fine, Aquatia. Have you... They were.
I'm just a bit of a crybaby. I'm sorry. I guess when you hear some when you feel like you were just used for someone's sexual pleasure when they said they were there for you for another reason, it really fucking hurts. Like, I'm gonna be real here. When you when people constantly do something to you, and it's like when people constantly tell you they want to be there for you or they just want to be your friend or something, and they fucking just want you for other reasons, be it sexual, be it something, you start seeing yourself that way, and it does real shit to your self-image and self-worth. And it really does a number on you.
No, I get that too, and I just want to point out that as deplorable as that may be, a lot of people do that even without thinking. It's not all in different areas and aspects in life where people will be like, okay, I could get somebody to do this. And you can justify it by, oh, this person's bad, so I don't have to take them to this, or this person's just a role player, or this person's this, that, and the other. People are shitty, and they find different ways of... And you know what? I'm sure I've probably fucking done it to various other people. Like, for example, when I kicked out ZD. Probably didn't have to sit around and Vita it up and be like, I'll pop it on my last minute. But I wasn't trying to be cool with him for like weeks on end, trying to be fucking like, I was just like trying to distance. I wanted him out. I threw some shade and I moved on.
Yeah.
It wasn't a major hit piece. It wasn't supposed to ruin ZD once and for all.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had to hear me cry. That's really pathetic of me. I'm sorry. I'm better. I'm good. Let me read Advil. I did take some ibuprofen and stuff, Quill. What happened is with the ear ringing. I went to the doctor the other day because I woke up at like 6 a.m. My ear started ringing, and Anthony's like, yeah, you go to the doctor. That could be bad. I went to the doctor, and they said I have something called eustachian tube dysfunction. It's something common in Louisiana. They gave me 5 days worth of steroids, said if it doesn't go away in 5 days, come back to us or the hospital. It's not gone away. I was on my last dose yesterday, and the ear ringing is still there, so we need to hopefully see what's going on. I had a bit of a fever too, and a migraine. It was just, it's been hell. It's been fucking misery. Like, I'm not like in pain or suffering like death. I'm just kind of like, ugh. And it does cause a headache, though. It's annoying. It causes a headache that keeps going on and off. I'm hoping that it's nothing more serious, but, whatever. If my ears are permanently ringing, then whatever. It's another attack on me being a pile of trash. I'm just a broken piece of trash.
the polite way I had one of my exes from before I got in the Bernie fandom. Do you ever hear of a car, the term lemon?
No.
It's a car where nothing works. When you get it off the assembly line, like it's not because it's used, it's just because it was built that way. I don't know, I thought it was better than trash. I don't know.
No, it's okay. I just do a lot of self-deprecation because, I don't know. Okay. I'd rather have that than how my ears are. Oh. What is Excedrin, Speedy? Oh, also, I saw your question about Cider Fest. I don't think I'll be going to Cider Fest. I don't know where that is. I kind of need to focus on... I'm trying to go back to college when I move back to Massachusetts. I'm rebuilding my bond with my family. I'm doing a lot of things right now. I'm not sure what conventions are in the future. I might go to Last BronyCon or VidCon next year. I don't know. Whatever the future holds, whatever I can financially withstand, and whatever life brings. I've learned after this past year, don't make plans because they will change, and once they change, you don't know what to do with yourself.
I think cider is in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin? Yeah, I don't know how... headache medicine is Excedrin. It helps with headaches and head pain. It's not the headaches I'm having right now, it's the ear ringing. Like, my ears are just constantly ringing 24/7.
Yeah, make the appointment the minute you get out of the stream is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I might go to the walk-in clinic after this. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can go. I need to focus on other things. I might be going to BronyCon 2018 or VidCon 2018 next year, but it all depends, I guess. Plus, I don't like going to conventions unless I have a reason to. Like, I'm really introverted, shy, and anxious and stuff, so I don't like meeting new people in large crowds, and I would only go to a convention if it meant meeting up with people I know personally and have gotten a bond with. Could it be onset tinnitus?
Yeah, that's the one where the constant ear ringing.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm telling you to keep on top of that if you can nip that in the ass somehow, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully that's what it is, and hopefully it can be fixed. If not, I'm hoping it's not something worse, because sometimes there can be. My mouth is just fucking horrible this year. I'm hoping it's not tinnitus. Did the doctors say you need your ears drained? I know that wax buildup can. They said that there's stuff in my ears that's normal, so it's not an ear infection or anything. I don't think they said it needed to be drained last time I was there. Because they checked my ears last time.
Let me blank real quick. I just want to check and see if anybody sent any messages.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Yeah, okay, we can come back.
Centerfest was my first ever convention. I got a plushie signed by some of FTR's friends, except Kichi didn't know she was there. Oh, that's nice. I'm happy for you, Speedy. My first Brony convention was BronyCon 2017, actually. That's where I've...
Best year, hands down.
Oh, yeah. No, dude, that was... You guys all made that year, like, so much easier on my anxiety.
Oh, does anybody have anything on Crystal Mountain BronyCon? Because I haven't heard anything really particularly good one way or another.
B-Fish was talking to me in private message. Yeah. I asked her how she made out, and she said she made it, but she said that it varied, and that some people didn't break even.
Well, that sounds like normal, I would assume, or is it?
I'm not sure. Yeah. I got to BC next year. Got to go to BC next year. It's probably the most minor thing in the world with your ears, but I hope you get better soon. Oh, thank you.
I'm going to be going to BC 2018. Only 2018 bronies remember.
What happens in BC 2018 stays in BC 2018.
So I'm gonna screw with everybody in the chat. So all the hardcore Adventure Time fans out there.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Damn it, I wanted to say something shitty, but it wouldn't roll off the tongue. I'm like, no, I don't want to force it.
I heard some really good news that I'm excited about when I see this episode that I'm not going to spoil.
I saw some memes, so I'll leave it there.
Yeah. I heard a ship I love becomes canon. I'm going to say that.
That didn't come out of nowhere, did it?
I'm not sure. I just know that, well, I know that they're constantly, like, in the show, these two people are constantly, like, flirty and lovey with each other, and it's kind of like a weird relationship, but you could just tell that there's feelings there, and they build it up over time.
Okay. Oh, crap. Sorry.
It's okay.
Adrenaline dump. Had that
Yeah,
earlier.
Trust me. Yeah, no, I get that. Being an introvert, I get drained just talking to people at times. The only time I don't get drained is if it's just someone I really, like, trust or have a good relationship with. I don't know. When it comes to, like, people I don't know, like, that's why I'm barely ever active in chat rooms, because it's like, okay, I'm talking to people. Anxiety. Getting out of here. The ship did not come out of nowhere. There's been a lot of build-up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. I support this ship.
Like I said, I've glanced at freaking Adventure Time, but I was never a hardcore watcher. I liked the Lich stuff, which looked really interesting.
Oh, the Lich was fucking badass. He was...
Ron Perlman. Hellboy, basically.
I think he was a mix of Death and the Bringer of the End of the World.
Oh, no, I'm just saying the voice actor.
Oh, who was he?
Ron Perlman. Hellboy.
Oh, no way!
Oh yeah, he's been in a lot of crap. You know his excuse for that is? Why do you take so many roles? My wife really likes shoes. Just being a cheeky bugger. He's in all kinds of crap that when I watched I Sell the Dead, which you could find on YouTube. He was in that. He was an enemy at the gates. It's the Russian who got all his teeth smashed in by the Communist Party. I'm trying to think what all the crap he was in. Cisco Kid. Let's see. He's even in the Fallout games. I've heard about that.
Oh yeah. I haven't played Fallout really. I think I've seen some videos about it.
Yeah.
Hellboy, Slade. Oh, he was Slade?
Yes, he was.
Oh, he was Slade? Oh, that makes me love this guy. Oh, I love Slade. Ooh, and Clayface. I remember you showing me that episode of Batman. I remember crying.
All the Clayface. I showed her the really screwed up one with the little girl wind up getting, basically popped by Clayface. He's always been a sympathetic villain, but they took that away in a fucking heartbeat. Holy shit!
I cried so much that night with that episode.
Batman the Animated Series, i.e., how the hell did we ever get away with this?
Oh, I know. That should be their trademark. Oh my god. Yeah.
If I
yes.
ever winded up, I won't talk about that. Never mind. I don't want to freaking throw salt back on an open wound.
Hmm?
No, I didn't. I was about to talk about something I didn't have clearance for, so I gotta let that go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who was that? Remember there was that guy in a season 8 premiere of MLP that did like the board chairman of the school, and he was this really fucking good voice actor that we were banging our heads trying to figure out who he was.
That's the guy who did all the voices on Rescue Rangers and all the Disney ones.
I don't know. He was the chancellor in MLP season 8, and I have to find out. We have to continue that season, by the way. I heard it gets good.
Yeah. I'd be tempted to jump dirt to the end just to spoil it, just to go for it.
You know what? Sure.
The Brain. Yeah, it's the voice actor from The Brain, Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
They're even better when they're dead.
Yeah.
It's a Orson Welles line from The Critic, where he's sitting there. If you've ever seen The Critic, if you haven't seen The Critic, then I guess you're not missing that much.
Yeah.
I think it's from some of the same people who did The Simpsons, and it's fairly derivative of John Lovitz's work as an actor. Feels like it's destined for more, but really doesn't deliver. I hate to be that asshole.
No, there are works that do that. There are works that are like supposed to be really fucking good, but then they just don't. I'm in the Warriors fandom, and there's supposed to be a movie coming out in a year or two, and I'm really, really fucking nervous how they're gonna handle that.
What's the budget? Who's the director?
That's the thing. Like, no other information has been released, I don't think. Just the fact that there's a movie and that it's coming out soon. I think they said, and the fact that they're using animation, I think.
Jim Cummings. Yeah, no, that's a fucking baller name. That is the guy who was in Rescue Rangers and Darkwing Duck. I think he did the Terror Mask in Splatterhouse for the new one. I remember hearing him like, I've heard this voice. I think he did Norton Nimnall in freaking Rescue Rangers and Megaduck, I think. And I'm showing my power level.
It's okay, dude.
As everyone gets quiet. Unpopular opinion, Jason Todd and Cassandra Cain would be a great pairing if not for Artemis Press Rebirth. Shows the different. I don't know who Cassandra Cain is. Was that the female blonde Robin? I don't know, I'm just guessing.
He was Pooh and Tigger? What?
Alright, now I'm gonna fuck with everybody. I'm gonna ruin all your childhoods. Be ready.
What did you... Anthony, no!
Okay. Did you know that Pooh was Ka? That's Snake from fucking the Jungle Book. The voice is 1v1. It is Ka.
Are you fucking serious?
Take that to your bed. I remember when I saw that in like a meme picture that freaking Christopher whatever was it? His name from Pooh? The kid? Is Mogwai and Ka is freaking Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, Mowgli.
Yeah, go listen. You'll notice it. I'm like, oh Jesus, that's creepy as hell.
Now I'm just imagining an animation of someone like doing a scene, like recreating a scene where Ka is speaking, but putting Pooh Bear in place.
That just gave me the heebie-jeebies. Holy shit.
Right? Also, who's asked me a question? Ikushart. I think if I'm mispronouncing your names, correct me. Buttons, you mean the Warrior Cats book series? Yes, the Warrior Cats book series. I've been reading it since I was 11. I actually had a contingency with the book series the other day. Anthony knows about it. Mm-hmm. The book I told you about was the pedophilia subject matter.
I'm not really cute on all that stuff. Montgomery Jack, he took over the Peter Cullen, Winnie the Pooh, etc.
That is so weird that poo was car. I
Yeah.
can't. You have literally destroyed my mentality right
I
now. Like, I'm
remember when I
trying
had
to
someone point out
process.
to me, they're like, "Oh, did you ever see Tailspin?" I was like, "Yeah." Did you ever notice that freaking goddamn what's her face was a single mom? I'm like, "Well, now that you pointed it out, it does seem rather obvious, and that was intentionally made by the writers and whatever."
Oh.
Did you ever see Tailspin
No, I don't think I did.
with Baloo the bear?
No.
The one with the good for nothing pilot?
No?
That's a classic. Tailspin is like freaking. It's so Disney. It's so ridiculously Disney. Holy shit! It's got like sheer. It basically takes like a lot of the animals from Jungle Book and like makes them more anthropomorphic. You know, because naturally. But uh, God, the theme music for freaking I'm trying to remember Don Carnage is like some of the catchiest tunes ever. Fucking love that show. Yeah, it's great stuff, Quill. I adored fucking Tailspin. I think
I'll have.
I appreciated it after the fact. I think more. In the beginning, the very start of Tailspin made it feel like so epic and badass. Were there airships in that? I'm trying to think. I feel like there were.
I don't know, but you'll have to show it to me
Oh
sometime.
yeah, no, freaking no doubt, absolutely. I just know that sometimes when you looked at a Disney thing, you just felt immersed in it. You didn't feel like you weren't looking at it going, "Damn, this is really immersive." You were just pulled in, and there
Oh,
was just
that's a special talent Disney has. I don't know what they do. Like I remember when I showed you The Princess and the Frog and Tangled and stuff. Like you got immersed in it.
the witch doctor was a hoot.
Oh yeah, no, Dr. Facilier, his song was pretty good.
Or what was it? Cave of Miracles from freaking
Okay.
Hunchback.
I don't think I. Oh right, I
Yeah,
remember.
Kichi stayed up with us to watch the very last. She's like, "I'm not going to bed until Cave of Miracles."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, that was. I remember that. I
Because it'll be
remember
a
like that
miracle to
movie
get out of
was
here
real.
alive. Yeah.
That was really dark for a freaking Disney. I didn't expect it to be that way. Oh,
No.
Court of Miracles.
Yeah, Court of
Uh,
Miracles.
autistic writer just said Court of. I'm trying not.
Whatever.
Court of Miracles.
Don't dwell on it too long. They actually got into a lawsuit for the show due to the use of King Louie, who also was the voice of Jim Cummings. Oh, I forgot King Louie was in Tailspin as well. If you again from Jungle Book, the gorilla or orangutan.
Oh right, I remember.
Oh,
I
he's a
I I think I saw that movie once when I was 4. I don't think I've seen The Jungle Book any other time. And I saw the live action remake they did a couple years back. That was really good.
yeah.
Um.
That reminds me, when I
Oh,
get the chance, I have to get back to Sam's thing. I remember the whole time they were taking turns of what Disney property would you, if you could wink out of existence? And I think Brony Inspector said Roger Rabbit. I was like,
was
really?
Roger Rabbit Disney?
He's like, here, yeah, it was part Disney, part Warner Brothers, and he's like, here, do yourself a favor, listen to it without watching the screen and see how fast your patience goes. Just because the sound effects are so thoroughly fucking obnoxious. I was like, I could see that. I miss the '90s.
Oh, who doesn't?
It had its charm. There was some
It,
things in there.
oh, it did. I grew up in the late '90s. I technically was a 2000s baby because I was born in '97, so I can't say much about the '90s itself. But I remember like freaking Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, Playhouse Disney. I remember all that
I
shit.
was never a big, massive fan of Nicktoons.
You were?
No, I wasn't. I remember Bronny went on like a massive tirade. It was like he was jabbing a dagger in Red Cloud's throat, like tearing the shit out of fucking Nicktoons in the Rift. And there was no shutting up about it. He knew how much he could get away with, or he was prepared. He was going to prove it.
Oh Jesus. Oh, so you haven't seen Invader Zim?
I
I think you would like that show.
I've caught clips of Invader Zim, but I haven't like watched and like sat down and to any extent. It's not grabbed me. I remember being in college. There was a really cute girl who had a fucking Invader Zim backpack who was like all gothic and juvenile, and I was like, I should talk to her. And then I didn't. And then I didn't.
Invader Zim is actually pretty good. I think you like the weird, messed up but funny stuff. I think you would like Invader Zim. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac might not be your speed. It's a bit too dark.
Oh no, I've had friends who were into both of those. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, JTHM is pretty good. I like it. Johan Vasquez's stuff in general is really fucking good. Like his video game Psychonauts is one of my
Well, aren't
favorites.
they bringing back Invaders Zim for like what is it, Netflix or some shit?
Oh fuck, are these oh thank god I have Netflix
I know
now.
they're
Holla.
bringing back Fully Cooley. If you're a fan of that at all,
What is Fully Cooley?
it's an anime. It's about puberty and sex, and they think that it's really witty and stuff. It's a thing. I remember when I was on pub crawl, I was fucking with Digi, and I was like, "Hey, there's some animes not about anything. Take Fully Cooley," and he started yelling at me. He's like, "No, it's about." I know, Digi. Just stop. I didn't know at first when I was watching it. I had enough other people point it out to me, but then I realized how easy you could piss people off by pointing it out. Oh no, it's a nonsense anime.
I'll have to look into if it has to do with sex, I might be a bit off.
It's really just below the surface. Once you look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's obvious now. If you're not paying attention,
okay.
you'll be like, what the fuck is going on in Fully Cooley? No, okay.
So is it like a wallflower kind of? Like if you know that anime, the wallflower?
Go catch yourself a clip of it. A giant robot busts out of a kid's head.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're watching like, what the fuck is going on here? There's a girl on a Vespa who beats up a guy with a guitar.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's pretty. Like, you're like going, this is certainly going for something.
Oh, it makes me think of like Panty and Stocking, the way they're nonsense. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, but Penny and Stocking is very upfront about what it is. I also found out the reason why you're never going to get another Penny and Stocking because they changed the laws on there's a certain level of sex and violence that you can mix together before you have to put like their version NC-17 on the shit.
Are you serious?
Question heart. I oddly enough, I think it's just the name because the series itself is just fine. Every time I was a little kid and Gummy Bears would come on, it'd be worse than watching a porno. I would turn the volume way down, and if anybody was coming into the room, I'd change the channel immediately.
What is Gummy Bears about?
Gummy Bears
I've never
was
heard
a
of
Disney
that.
cartoon. It has the most uplifting gay ass opening theme you've ever heard in your life. Like forget that MLP opening theme song. Go look up Gummy Bears theme song. Like,
Let me look it up.
oh dear.
Gummy Bears.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, there it is. All right, Gummy Bears theme song. Let me. Oh, is it? Oh wait, no, this one. Is it like have a?
You'll definitely know it once you hear it. You're like, well, that is very happy.
Okay, let me listen. Oh, it's like Care Bears. Oh. Oh. It's like the gnomes from Snow White and Gummy Bears, and I love it. My heart.
Well, that's a lot of those Disney cartoons.
Oh my god, this is so fucking cute. I need to watch this. I need to watch this.
I don't know if I could do Gummy Bears with you. I could probably do friggin' Tailspin or maybe Rangers, at least a little bit.
Yeah, we could do
I tried to go back to Darkwing Duck, and it wasn't as amazing as I remember it being. I'm gonna get booed for that. Well,
Care Bears, but it's all serial killers dressed in them in stock. No, Darkest, no,
you know
no,
what?
we are not doing
I
dark web shit.
I think we've done as far as we can. That's 126. I could definitely use a break, y'all.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start. I'm probably gonna try to. Oh wait, I can't go to the